Hello, my dear Sagittarians. My name is Lisa Saliba. For those who don't know me, I'm a CTC therapist and a Reiki therapist. Um, Welcome to your Tarot and Oracle card reading for August 2020. Can you believe we're in August? Pretty soon we'll be planning for Christmas. I can't believe it. Anyway, for those who haven't tuned in with me before, I usually meditate before I pre-shuffle, and I meditate with my spirit guides, and I received a message for you in the form of a song. So, and that message for you, my dear Sagittarians, for August was "The Tide is High" by Blondie. Just look that up. The tide is high, but I'm holding on. So, yeah, we'll see whether that resonates with this reading here. But it's a bit unusual for those who haven't tuned in before. I'm usually facing the camera. So this is a different setting. You're seeing the cards today, so instead of seeing my face. So, yes, new environment, new day. So today I'm going to be using the giant Rider-Waite tarot deck. There. Take some adjusting to. And new cards to clarify the threads of fate. Clarification with an oracle deck. I'm going to be starting with your recent past, right here, your present, your course of action, and your outcome. And then we'll be finishing off with some oracle cards. Okay, let's get started, my dear Sagittarians. First of all, you have the Wheel of Fortune in your recent past. Actually, two cards came out, but this is the first one. So it's the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. So this has to do with probably everything. Could have to do with your relationships, or your work environment, home life, anything. Overall, a big transition. I think the world is going through a big transition. Especially in regards to do with the shaking up of this virus. Yes, and it's a shake-up, I repeat again. It's a shake-up to make changes. To make changes within ourselves, within our environment, within, our attitude towards life, our perceptions, towards other people, towards ourselves as well. To create a new belief system for the positive, a positive belief system to get rid of that self-doubt. And this is where the Wheel of Fortune comes in, to make that transition, letting go of all the old and starting again. It's going around. And as well, you have the Three of Cups. In your recent past, this represents community. It represents friendship. Cups usually represents the offering of love, the offering of opportunities, and as I said, friendships as well. So, if you have had any new friends, new relationships, a new job, new partnerships in any way, or maybe that hasn't started, it might be coming in August, but this is in your recent past. But remember, all in divine timing. Everybody's different. This is a general reading. Doesn't apply to everybody. So to clarify, I have the Magi. Everybody has trouble seeing this, so just gonna, the Magi, have the eye, the Magi, the hand right there. Now, the Magi means it's the core of each experience. And it's you, my dear Sagittarians, being able to acknowledge many different realities within that experience. So, how can I say? In every single moment of that experience, and being able to see these realities is a gift when you can see it in that experience, in that moment. And it would teach you to be less attached to one single road. If you're traveling on one single road, like say, if you have a comfort zone, if you stay in that comfort zone, it would be of no use to you. Whereas this teaches you to be less attached in that comfort zone, and less attached to a single road, but instead it will teach you to see where all the roads meet. Maybe I didn't explain that so well. Yeah. You don't have to be attached to one single road. Yes. I'm just thinking, sorry, Sagittarius. I tend to pause and think. There are other opportunities and other roads for you to take. And I'm thinking with this transition, you're starting to realize that. And in present, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. This is a fantastic reading for you, Sagittarius. Pentacles are all about health, wealth, family, friendships, just abundance. And you have that contentment. You're comfortable. You're comfortable. It's fantastic. But to clarify, you have the paradox. And with this card, Sagittarius, to hold the paradox, trying to get that right, you need to see the most brilliant qualities and the most ugly qualities. I hate to say this, Sagittarius. And to acknowledge that they both live within us, and it is the gateway to growth. Okay? It's the gateway to growth. That's what the paradox is all about, to acknowledge that we've got the good and the bad within us all. And one of the best ways to slowly enter a relationship within our eternal paradox, I'd say, is to remind ourselves that we did not create those things within us. It was inherited, but we are responsible for it. Remember, we are responsible for everything that we do, but some of it was inherited. But when you receive this card, the paradox, you need to begin to take note and to notice and acknowledge what kind of thoughts you're having. Things like that, are they positive or are they negative? And you need to balance those out. Okay. You need to deal with your thoughts and your belief system. Okay. Okay, so for your course of action, we have the Seven of Swords. This is all about protecting your own. Yes, protecting. Usually, sometimes this could be about theft or trickery in some cases, but because this is all about course of action, I'd say that yes, Spirit wants you to protect your own. Whatever you've created, whatever you've built, Sag, even in your relationships, within your environment, protect and nurture your own. And don't let other influences block you. Okay. That's what I just heard. Because right here we have, yes, clarification, the Warrior. Now, the Warrior, I've had this in almost all the readings that I've done today. The Warrior is the energy of sort of a strong fire energy. The Warrior is about a call for action. And the Warrior fights for positive change. Okay? When a warrior is in balance, they don't understand the concept of how to pick their battles. So, yes, make sure you're in balance. Make sure you're in actual balance. And if you have a battle, if somebody is in your way or come in your way, just be prepared and make sure you're at peace. Well, make sure there's no anger or resentment. Just make sure you do it peacefully. That's what I'm saying, just what I'm saying. Okay, because if you go into battle at all, somebody may take your power because they want that reaction from you. So They want a nasty reaction from you, Sag. So just protect yourself. Protect what's yours. Okay? But, yeah, a warrior fights for positive change. And that's what Spirit wants you to do. Fight for positive change at this moment. And your outcome, Sag, you've got the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, wow, you're comfortable. This energy is a very good energy. It's an earth energy. As I said, Pentacles is all about abundance, and you'll have it in August. This is your outcome. If you take that course of action, fighting for positive change, you'll get this energy of this man or woman that's, abundant, a family man or a woman that is just generous and really warm-hearted and kind, and will do just about anything for free, actually. For free. For good people, of course. For good people. But he's hardworking, he or she, very hardworking. Very hardworking. Has worked very hard to get to the King of Pentacles, to this energy. And you've got strength. Strength to clarify. Now, it's funny that you should get that energy, the King of Pentacles, because there may be things, Sag, that are coming up right now that require courage and strength. And the willingness for you to be uncomfortable at the moment. Because transformation is coming. It is our ability to transition to lost change. And that will depend on our patience and riding out the storm in this loss and this change. But the storm shall pass, and you shall move through it, and you have to believe in that. Spirit is asking you to believe in that. There are some changes, and you know that there have been changes. It may be due to this virus, it may be due to other personal things, a loss of a job or whatever, but you seem to be doing just fine. Even if you have lost your job, you'll find a new one because you have your Ten of Pentacles and your outcome is the King of Pentacles. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's transition, there's change. The tide is high. As it said in my meditation, the tide is high, but I'm holding on. You're holding on, Sag. You're holding on. And the universe, Spirit is saying, protect what is yours. Now let's see. Let's ask an angel. Okay, let's ask the angels if they have any messages for you. For Sagittarius, my dear Sagittarians, for August 2020. August 2020. August 2020. Okay, any support, any guidance for my dear Sagittarians for August 2020, please. My dear Sagittarians for August 2020, please. Oops. This is too many. I'll do this again. Too many. Okay. Any support, please, for my Sagittarians, please. Any messages? What message do you have for Sagittarians for August 2020, please? Divine guidance, my dearest angels. Any support or messages for my dear Sagittarians, please? One card. Thanks for your patience. Your support from dear Sagittarians. Dear Sagittarians. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Dear Sagittarius. August. Oh. Heaven and earth. Beautiful. Just look at there. Heaven and earth, human and divine, the flesh and the spirit. These polarities are often considered so different, and yet one does not exist without the other. This is a truth that, once integrated, truly sets us free. What if we couldn't exist without God and God couldn't exist without us? What if we were God dreaming, God experiencing itself for pleasure, movement, and evolution? What if we were existing in the psyche of God, playing our roles, using free will to the extent that we chose, yet operating within that greater sphere of energy? We could have the power to create revolution, evolution within this space. We would truly be co-creators with God. When we connect to the idea that we are linked to everything in existence, we become larger than ourselves. We become eternal. We become one with all who have come before us and those who will follow. All things become reflections of ourselves and reflections of God. Once we realize we exist in this state of oneness, we may begin to open up to the power and potential we hold on this space. Everything we do, think, and believe affects the whole. Yet most of the time we walk blindly through life, believing we have free will, yet choosing to act based on personal fears and limitations, family, social, or cultural beliefs about what is and isn't the right thing to do, or we act based on destructive beliefs or that we have developed through the various influences or traumas we may have experienced through our lives. When we act or attract from this place, the outcomes are generally mundane and predictable and not the product of free will, but rather the product of programming. The true use of free will occurs when we think and act from a place that is free and at one with the divine and holding the power and potential of all that is. It comes from understanding the true potential that exists within every moment and the understanding that everything we do and think affects what will occur in our life, what we will experience, and that in turn will affect the whole of existence. When we integrate the idea that heaven and earth, the flesh and spirit, human and divine, although polarities, are one, and we have the power to affect and experience oneness with the whole, we will become conscious and awakened. Yeah, conscious and awakened to make that change, Sag. And I have the last deck here. Talking to heaven. We connect with people who have passed that would like to connect with you, Sag. Who would like to connect with Sagittarians, and what would you like to say? What would you like to say? Any messages for our dear Sag? 1. Any messages for our dear Sagittarians? 2. Any messages for our dear Sagittarians? Beautiful. Any messages for our dear Sagittarians? 3. Okay. Our first one could be from a family friend or anyone that you have lost recently. I was met by so many loving people. I was met by so many loving people. It could be somebody close to you, somebody that has recently passed. The next one, I have no more earthly worries. Isn't that beautiful? They're at peace. I have no more earthly worries. The next one, there is no such thing as death. They could be around you at this present moment. There is no such thing as death. They could be watching over you. They usually are. Isn't that beautiful? Well, my dear Sages, I hope you have a wonderful month in August. Much love to you. Thank you very much for supporting me. If you would like to learn more about what I do, please visit me on www.lisasaliba.com.au. Take care. Much love to you again. See you next time. Bye.